my patriot and militia friends. Good buddy Mr. RashBone's with you again today. I have a guest. It's called dinner. Many of my Asian friends are going to really want to watch this episode. We are going to show you how to cook when all humanity has lost control and all things have gone completely mad and there's no food in the supermarkets anymore. We have to find ways to have food. Now this little kitty cat here is pretty upset with me. I found him in my garbage can and, well, I brought him inside just exactly for this episode. Kitty cats actually taste pretty good, you know. And you just have to know how to prepare them. As I said, my friends in Asia, Chinese and so forth, truly know how to do this. This little fellow is getting very rambunctious, so let's just begin. First of all, what I like to do is I like to get a large screwdriver to stop them from whining right away. I'll do that out of camera shot and then we'll begin. One moment, please. Well, that didn't take much at all. Now that our little kitty cat has gone to kitty cat heaven, we can now begin to prepare the meal by tearing off its fur and scraping it down so there's none of that hairy mess all over the place. Nobody, including the Chinese, like hair in their food. I'll tell you, one time I was at a Chinese restaurant and I was eating my rice and there was a long piece of hair in it and it just grossed Mr. RashBone out completely. I was so upset that I threw my rice on the ground and I just stormed out of the building without paying a penny for my meal. Now, you know, that's also a tip. If you don't have any money and you're in a restaurant, that's what you do. You just act angry and you stomp out of the restaurant and say that you're going to sue the manager because there's hair in my food. So you could always get a free meal that way if that is what you choose to do. Now, we're going to prepare the kitty cat now that he has expired. Now, many people don't think the kitty cats taste very good, but I'm telling you, kitty cats taste a lot like chicken or, turkey, those kinds of meats. And as you know, I like to eat birds, so kitty cat is pretty close to that. So let me get to this right now. Now, first off, what you want to do is you want to skin the kitty cat. And I'm going to do that on the screen because it's kind of a gross project and it's not very much fun at all. But just remember, even though it's not any fun to do, once it's finished you're going to enjoy it because the meal is so lovely and it's very nutritious as well. Many people don't understand how nutritious a cat is. Now, actually before I begin that, many people are probably out there asking me, how do I procure a cat to murder and then make into a meal? Well, my friends, if you have any kind of cat food laying around, and this is a can of Friskies here. Friskies is good stuff. In fact, if you don't have any food, you could eat this yourself. Very delicious. Anyway, you just put a can of this out by your trash cans or something, and then you lie in wait with a hammer. I was able to catch mine live. I prefer having live animals first, and then, I can just slaughter them right in my kitchen here and then make them fresh for the whole entire family to enjoy it. They have better flavor when they're freshly maimed and killed. So you can put this out and, do that. They'll eat it all up and, maybe let them eat it because it's basically like a stuffing. Because with kitty cats, you don't want to disembowel them. You just leave it all in there because it's all nutritious and yummy. So now, first we engage all of the hair from the animal, making sure not to ruin any of the beautiful meat. Now, some people use electric razors to help them out with this, but I'm telling you, you want to pull all of the hair out from the root. And, it's very important to get it all out. And you don't want to leave any of that in the root, because you'll have that in your meat, and it could clog into your throat, and you could gasp and choke and possibly even fall down and die right in front of all of your friends, and that would be very embarrassing, especially if you're having like a dinner party. You don't want to go dying in your own dinner party. That's crazy. Now that we're done de-hairing the kitty cat, what we'll need to do next is we're going to need to put him on a plate, and then we're going to fry his little body up, and then we'll basically be ready for dinner. Now, if you don't have this kind of a cook set, you're going to want to get one at first, and also you're going to want to have your pot grabber, because this pot is going to get awfully hot after I start burning that kitty cat meat in it. So let me put that down onto the little cooker that we have over here. Actually, I'm going to put it on a different one because that one is full. Now, let me take my pot grabber off of there. Other things you're going to want to have is you're going to want to have a little bit of pepper, because pepper totally enhances the taste of cat. Chinese people will tell you that pepper is very good, and they use it very often in a lot of the animals that they slaughter to serve to the public. So I like to sprinkle a large amount of black pepper on my cat as it's cooking, because then it gets into the meat and it really softens up the texture of the meat, and it makes it taste oh so much better. A lot of people think that cat, like I said, might not taste that good, but really, my friends, you don't even really have to use this because it has such a nice taste. They're very lean, and it's very good flavor. But since I'm kind of a sucker for a sweet meal, I like to also use a little bit of sugar. Sugar is not usually something people think about very often in the kitty cat process of cooking, but I personally like it a lot. Sugar is just good for you too. It helps make you feel better. You know how they say people who eat chocolate, there's something in the brain that makes you feel better. Well, it's the same thing with sugar. Sugar is very good for you. Now, just not a lot of sugar, because that could kill you. But, again, that would take a lot of sugar to kill you. I mean, I don't think there's enough sugar in this container to actually kill somebody, unless, of course, you're trying to, pour it down their throat and choke them to death with sugar. That is possible to do that. And, I was just thinking that if you did that, you murdered somebody with sugar down the throat, the sugar would dissolve and there would be no evidence of your crime, and you'd get away with it, and you'd be able to trample off into the wilderness without anyone ever knowing that you were a murderous bastard. So you might want to keep that in mind, actually, because, if you ever need to murder somebody, you might want to use the sugar method. I'm going to have to possibly talk about that more at some point after I do a little more investigation on it. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like our kitty cat is just about finished, and I'm so excited because I'm very hungry. Mr. RashBone has been out in the woods all day long trampling around looking for lizard people, and he has not had a chance to eat yet. So I am very excited. Now, let me get my pot grabber, and let me pick up my cat. I'm going to pour it into another dish. Oh my goodness, this looks very good. Well, my friends, I hope that this lesson was good for you, and I hope it made you hungry and ready to cook up some cat. Cat is a lovely product to have around, and, cats are all over the neighborhood. And you can always find a cat to slaughter in your kitchen and cook it up and have a meal. Well, my friends, I'm going to go eat. If you want the recipe to this lovely recipe, the recipe to this cat dish, all you have to do is send me a message, and I will send it right on out to you. Leave a message in the comments or something, and I'll get back to you on it. But I am now going to go eat. Have a wonderful day, my friends. I hope you enjoyed cooking with Mr. RashBone today. Until next time, have a wonderful day.